Coming to you from beautiful Wilkes County in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina, we invite you to the musical world of the Kruger brothers. Sit back, relax, and welcome to the show with your hosts, the Kruger brothers.
Hey, hello everybody.
On the air.
Welcome. Welcome to another live stream.
Not just another one.
Not just any live
we're actually
stream.
all together again.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Joel is here. Jody
How
is
about
here.
that?
That's fantastic. Sarah's here, of course. She's running the cameras, and this is our 150th live stream. Can you believe that?
This doesn't even register
Does not
anymore.
compute. This does not
No,
compute.
150 is impossible. I mean,
Isn't this crazy?
You think there's only 52 weeks in a year or so?
Yeah.
We've been at this for a while now.
So Joel, how many have you not played? About 25 of them?
Maybe 25.
Yeah. 25, right?
Probably 20 or 25 for me. There were a few I played.
I missed about
Without Joel.
There was, two or
There
three.
was some you played where I
Without,
was.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I probably missed about 25.
I didn't show up for about 12 of them.
Yeah. Actually, I missed one.
No, wait a minute. I didn't show up for about 50 of them. I might have been here.
Let's play some music,
Well,
folks.
we thought what we were going to play, and we haven't played with Jody and Joel
In 5 weeks.
In 5 weeks.
Well,
so-
6 weeks. Oh, 6 weeks now,
we're
yeah.
really excited to play, and I think we're going to play forever and a day.
Yeah, something played a little safe, right?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
When the cold nights of winter lay heavy on my mind, I walked down to the water to ease my worried mind, and I can see the reflection of the moon on every ice floe in the bay. And I know that you'll soon be on your way. When the pine stands tall and silent beneath the starry sky, the letter that you wrote me, I read 1,000 times. I can see the reflection of your face in every ice floe in the bay. And I know that you'll soon be on your way. Come back home to the ones that love you true. Come back home to the ones that miss you so. Seems like you were gone forever, but for you I'll wait forever and a day. And I know that you'll soon be on your way. When the first rays of sunshine come melt the night away, on the day you return, I will walk down to the bay, and I'll wait by the water till the ship pulls in and took you far away. Oh, mother dear, I miss you more each day. And my brother and my daddy, I know they both miss you too. And the waiting would be easy if only we could know. Have you reached your destination, some far off shore, wherever it may be? And to know that you soon be on your way. Come back home to the ones that love you true. Come back home to the ones that miss you so. Seems like you were gone forever, but for you I'll wait forever and a day. Seems like you were gone forever, but for you I'll wait forever and a day. And I know that you'll soon be on your way.
Well, playing here, I'm just thinking, how does it all started, for us. We played on the 5th of March in 2020. We played in Albisgürtli, Switzerland.
Yes, and then on the 7th we played in Huddersfield.
In Huddersfield, we played in
England.
In England, and then we
came home the following Monday.
Yes, and right the day when we flew on the 6th in the morning to England, they closed down Switzerland. Yeah. So we played the last show in Zurich that night, and then we flew. It was a Thursday, and on Friday we flew to England.
And Saturday we played in England.
Saturday we played in England. On Sunday we tried to go home, but the
Plane broke down.
But the plane broke. The
While
plane
we
broke.
were on the tarmac.
The one of the engines blew up, and so they had to take it apart, and
No, I think the toilet had a malfunction.
No, actually,
ladies and gentlemen, we're experiencing technical difficulties.
Yes. Anyway,
for about 6 hours.
They took that one engine apart, and so they put us up in a hotel, and then on that day they closed down England.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was like
Sunday.
it was like, and then we flew home.
And that was the spookiest thing. We flew through Washington, right? Do you remember when we arrived in Washington? It was
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah,
Was
which
it
is
Philadelphia?
Newark,
Philadelphia.
Or Philly. Yes, it was
Yeah.
Philly. Yeah.
And
New Jersey.
It was New Jersey.
Was
Yeah,
it?
Newark?
Was it Newark?
Newark.
No.
yeah, we
Really?
went through Newark.
Yeah.
We came home to.
Well, anyway, the airport was empty.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was nobody there. No lines, no nothing. So it was. But there's
And then we came home. I spoke to Bill Hughes, our good friend, and he said, I was shopping up, on 421, and I had him on the phone, and Bill said, you got to cancel the academy. I said, why? I said, well, because this is going to go bad. Everything
in the next 10 days. So we were kind of, sitting right there.
What
like,
are we going to do?
What are we going to do? And then, of course, then.
We had to quarantine, remember?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And so Joel didn't come in for a month.
Yeah,
We
several.
did a couple of pre-recorded things. The drums were set up over there. We did like a roll away, one of the. Can't remember what one was, but we did that.
Yeah. The funniest thing was though that we tricked everybody for a little while there.
Yeah.
When we did these couple of things where we.
I can never. We're gonna play one, and then we're gonna reveal that. Okay.
What do you want to do?
And let's do.
Want to do Joel's favorite one?
No, I would actually like to do the plan.
The plan?
Oh, great.
Not the plane.
The plane?
The plane.
The plane!
1, 2, 3.
Oh, I had a plan when I was young, and it involved some having fun. Maybe to find someone to love, do some things to be proud of. And live as fast as I could live and give it all that I could give. Never think about the end and always be somebody's friend. And I'll watch the bow go high and low, steer my vessel through the flow. Times the ocean neath the keel, I will hold on to the wheel. Oh, I lit the candle at both ends and let the hue slip through my hands. I did what I believed was right, never had to run or hide. Friends I found and friends I lost, ashes to ashes and dust to dust. I know each day could be the last to set the sail upon the mast. And I watch the bow go high and low, and steer my vessel through the flow. Times the ocean neath the keel, I will hold on to the reel. was quite successful with that plan. I would do it all again. Things I needed came to be, and I really went out on a spree. Now do I need a plan for growing old? My young and restless years concluded. Never thought I'd get this far, all thoughts of getting old excluded. And I watched the bow go high and low, steer my vessel through the flow. Times the ocean neath the keel, I will hold on to the wheel. And I watched the bow go high and low, steer my vessel through the flow. Times the ocean neath the keel, I will hold on to the the ocean neath the keel, I'll hold on to the wheel.
So at one point, my finger pick fell down. Wait, don't step.
Whatever you do, don't step on your finger.
I found it, crunch.
I did that with my glasses the other day.
You did?
I'm afraid so.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, that hurt.
So when we started the live streams, Uwe and me played, some things together, little ditties and here and there in the kitchen, and then at one point we said we need to do a live stream with Joel because Joel wouldn't come in. He's at
Careful,
home.
yes, sir.
He's careful. He's home. He doesn't want to come in.
That was way before any vaccines or anything like that. That was at the very beginning of these things.
Of course.
Yeah,
so you were at home. So we said, okay, we got to integrate Joel somehow. So we had the studio over here with the console, and. So we said, let's trick everybody. Let's see. So I programmed a bass with the computer. Yeah. I wrote it in, and the bass would play boom, 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 with a click.
You even called Joel and asked him what bass line are you playing over there.
Well, and then I had Joel. I had prepared some sounds for sound check. Yeah. So Joel was on because the thing is when you want to play music together over the internet. You have this time delay. It's actually not possible. The only way it's possible is if we would have played, with Joel, or Joel would have played, delayed with us.
Well, we had made a pre-recording of it.
Well, yes, I made a pre-recording. But, it's possible to play together, but then one party wouldn't hear the other, one point, so because you're just playing, sort of. We've done that a few, but we wanted to have it sort of live. So we acted like this was all live, and we had a ultra-fast connection to Joel, which of course isn't true.
But because we had Joel on the iPad, remember? We had
Joel in the middle of the iPad.
Yeah.
And so Joel would play, he would hear us play, but nobody at home would actually hear Joel's sound because that would have been way too late. Right. Yes. So we were playing to the click and the bass that would come out of the speakers that I had programmed before. Now, the interesting thing, it looked so real and it actually sounded pretty darn good.
We got about a half a dozen of emails from people all over the world asking, how are you doing this?
How are you doing this? This is not possible. What kind of technology are you using? And we said, it's a big secret. But at one point, we felt a little bad about it because we thought we're not sharing something that everybody could use to actually, entertain people.
And we never did until right now.
And we never did, But at one point, we said we're going to reveal the secret, and that's how we did it.
Our 150th show, the big reveal.
But the thing was, Bill Hughes again. I talked to Bill, and Bill said, "You got to rethink your business." He said to me, rethink your business now, don't wait. And I said, what are you talking about? He says, live gigs are going to go away. He's our friend in Canada. He's a doctor. And he looked at all the data and he said, this is going to be
a long-term thing.
It's going to be longer than you might think, and you better switch to something new. And so we said, okay, what do you think? He said, yeah, do online concerts. And I said, well, let's do that. And we, and Uwe already said, and then Uwe bought this Sling studio.
No. First of all, we had Jody, somebody at Jody's, and we went down to the 1915 because we didn't have a fast enough internet connection here.
That's right.
To do this, to do live streaming, so we didn't have the technology for it. We didn't have a switcher or cameras or anything like that. So what was this guy's name? Adam Foster from down here. He helped us with the technical aspects of it, and we went to the to Dale Isom.
Dale Isom, his family. You know, they helped us so much because they have the space in 1915. And of course, 1915 was shut down too. And they said, well, we got all this space. You're welcome to come and do your live streams. And
so we did that for a little while, right? But in the meantime, we said, well, this cannot last forever. So I bought the machine that Adam had showed us, and
Jody first organized getting high-speed internet here into the studio.
Yes, at the same time we got high-speed internet here. They built that drum booth back there. You and your dad, right? And Kathleen is sponsored some lights. You remember? You know, she gave us some money so we can buy lights. So we had a lot of help from a lot of people for all this, and then we went on like at the end of April or something. We started, and then by the summer we had our own studio in June.
Middle to end of June.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the fundamental thing is that we could not have done all of this if we would not have gotten all the help. We have gotten enough all these people, friends that believe in what we do, you know, in our music.
Jens and I, we had this discussion. You know, said, you know, everybody was forcing us or wanted to force us. Our management back then, you know, we had a management. They said you got to do a paywall and sell tickets for these events and everything like that. And we said no, we're not going to do that. You know, we became street musicians again. You know, and didn't charge entrance for this. You know, we just said we're just going to live off donations and see how that goes.
Because we still are, you know, under these strong belief that, you know, art and culture is for everybody, and if you can't afford it, you still should have access to it, you know. And so just to, especially in times when it's hard, you know, you have to be able to share. And if somebody can't pay, that's no problem. We never, you know, we had so many people, you know, helping us so tremendously over
these last two and a half, 3 years.
And they still do.
They still do.
Every week, you know.
Yes,
it's
really literally been keeping us alive.
I mean, this month, April, March now, we have exactly one show that we're going to play on Wednesday, on Friday, right?
Friday, yeah.
We're going to be in Cobble, but that's it. All the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to do the Academy on the.
We're going to talk about that after.
But we're going to talk about that later. But you know, so the shows are still essential for us to survive. You know, there's no doubt about that. And we actually, I actually got. Okay, you can use the royal we, you know, but I think we actually started really enjoying doing this because it gives us a moment where we can just forget about everything and just play music, right? Yeah. Why don't we play? While we're here, you know, you still have that magic. We do the Happy Traum song.
Yes, Trouble in Mind.
Well, I only know like one verse, but
you know, we have these parties after Worldfest in this room. And Happy Traum and his son, you know, Adam, they would come here. And Happy Traum is in case you don't know, Happy Traum is a fantastic guitar player. His brother was as well, and they played music together. And he founded the company Homespun Tapes, which helped millions of people around the world, you know,
to learn how to play music,
better instruments, you know, be better instrumentalists. Yeah. And so he's a dear friend. We're just proud to know him. Yeah.
that 290 train pacified his troubled mind. Oh, trouble in mind, I'm blue, but I won't be blue all day. You know the sun is gonna shine on my back door someday. You know the sun is gonna shine on my back door someday.
All right.
Yeah, won't be blue all day.
Yeah,
won't be blue always.
And back in the early shows when Peabody used to have the applause track run after all.
We had the applause track. And some people were very distracted by it.
Oh, yeah.
They said it looked like-
And other people scolded us when we stopped them. You know, so yeah, but we were a little bit like a
you can applaud
sitcom.
at home if you want.
We
That's
still
all.
are a little bit like a sitcom.
Yeah,
Well, we sit.
Yeah.
it's a sitcom.
It's a sitcom. Well, we said we're going to talk about the Academy just a little bit. That's coming up. Well, we changed the Academy date this year.
Twice already.
Into end of March. It's, because we used to do it on...
Right after
The week after Merlefest.
Yeah.
Right. And now we said, well, we were not sure, how everything's going to play out. So we said, let's do it in March. And I think
And
it's
it looks like we're going to have it finally, because we moved it to the fall in 20, and then we moved it to the spring in 21.
then to the fall in 21.
This-
We moved it and moved it and moved it and moved it.
And we have a few dozen people that never ever canceled. We always we offered a refund and stuff like that. But we have such great friends that we put this money in escrow. And we were always hoping that we could have it again.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a great academy, really, because one of the main reasons it's going to be a great academy, not just a good one.
Not just a good one.
It's because we got Laura Boosinger
Ah,
and Josh
and Josh
Goforth
Goforth again.
with us,
That's fantastic.
Because they just bring so much joy to everybody.
They do.
And isn't Laura coming next week to visit?
Laura's coming. That's what you said, Sarah, didn't
Yeah,
you?
she's going to be here in the studio next week with some family that's
Well,
visiting.
I guess we can talk more about the Academy then, too.
Yes, absolutely. So let's don't talk about the academy at all anymore today.
Come back
Well, you
next
won't
week.
tell the dates.
Well,
just
well,
in case.
the- well-
Are there any spaces
No,
still
there's no
available,
spaces
Sarah, or
left. No.
There are. We're doing some shifting around, and if anyone is interested, just email the office at doubletimemusic.com because we do have a couple
Or go to
spots
the
left.
Kruger Brothers website.
Yes, and the Kruger Brothers website would have the information.
But-
We'd put you
What's
into
the dates again?
It's on the 23rd to the 27th or something like that?
24th to the 27th.
Okay.
Thursday. To
You had it almost right.
Almost right, yeah. Well, but one of the fun things that we got to do, we used to do a square dance on the Walker stage, on the at Watson stage.
Watson
Walker
stage
stage.
at Merlefest, yeah.
And we thought it was going to be too cold in March, so we skipped that. But what we're going to do is on Sunday morning we're going to go all come in here, and we're going to have about a half-hour, 45-minute live stream
with all the students.
Sunday
with all the
morning,
students and
everybody.
everything
Okay,
here on
yes.
Sunday morning. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Wow.
Yeah, we have to see that we clean this place up before.
Well, I did some cleaning today.
Yeah,
Really?
I did. Really? I mobbed your drums. Yeah. Did you notice it?
They smell nice.
Did
yeah,
they?
pledge,
Let's play something that we.
Some traditional stuff, huh?
What do you think? And then
what was the name of that?
I don't know. Behind the barn.
Well, that's the intro to Behind the Bar.
Behind the bar.
It's called something else.
Behind the bars.
Behind the bars. Yes.
Wait.
And Max, push the button.
And I have to push my reverb button.
Okay.
of
Good.
course.
Good. What was that?
The goat nails, the goat toenails.
Not as loud.
Behind the Barn. That was a fun album.
It was.
Both of them.
Both of them. Yep. Both
The first one we just did the two of us, and the second one we recorded up in Salisbury.
Rob before how the Jeff Western musical when you needed that, and you sat and recorded all those songs together, and then the three of us sat down and recorded a bunch of songs together.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do for the next 150 shows?
More of the same, probably.
Actually, I started rehearsing with Uwe now the other day
Oh, yes.
for the new concerto.
Ah.
And I can actually, after about an hour or two, I can start to see little smoke rings coming out of his ears. I can see it.
This is why I have, I have earplugs in there. You know, they keep the smoke in for a while.
So we got a lot of new material actually coming up.
Well, not that much.
Oh, gosh, yeah. The wishful thing from your lips to God's ears. Huh? Actually, there's one person we really should give a quick shout out to is our friend Rich, who's having a real tough time in the hospital right now, and we just want Dulcie and all his family and folks to know that we're really thinking of him and praying and hoping that things will get better for him.
Everybody knows Dulcie. She's one of our biggest fans and best friends.
Yeah. And if you don't know her name, you have seen her on our record tables.
Oh, yeah.
For the past 20 years.
yeah.
You know?
Yes.
She's she used to work for an airline, and so she could fly everywhere. And I don't know, wherever we were, all of a sudden,
would show up.
Dulcie would show up. She's there.
One day
selling
she even
CDs.
showed up in Zurich. You remember that?
Yeah, unbelievable, you know. So and then she met Rich many years ago, and then Rich started coming along. So both of us have been good friends. Bernie just called you, right?
Bernie just called me too. Bernie's having a good time. He's sort of semi-retired. He's going out and doing some shows with Emmylou Harris. And
We're going to see him at Morrowfest because he's doing sound for Emmylou at Morrowfest.
yes, he will be. So he'll be there. He's
right,
looking
Will he
forward
be in the
to seeing
Walker
folks.
Center again, or?
Yeah, I think
I
he's going to
don't
be.
think he's going to do the indoor thing at the Walker Center. I think
Is
he's
he?
just
Yeah.
going to be with
Well,
Bernie
Bernie has been our sound engineer for many years before Peabody. You know, we're lucky to have Peabody, and we haven't seen Peabody in a while as well. And we're going to see him on Friday because we're going to play in Chapel Hill in the community church.
Yes.
You know, and that's a concert. You know, we've been talking about last week, and we've been doing this concert for so many years for Tony and his friends. And,
Tony and Trish and the people there at the community
I was
church.
watching an episode of The Sopranos the other day, and I thought about Tony again.
Why?
Well, it's just a language that is so like familiar, you know. But some of our first American friends were from West Islip, New York, and the Golfanos, and they, you know, really Italians, and they spoke with that, you know, coffee and talking about bagels and heroes, and it's just
Bagels and cream cheese.
So if you don't know that, there's something wrong with you.
But you know, another thing that we're going to do this year is we're going to have a meeting about it tomorrow with the town of Wilkesboro.
And Dale.
Yeah, and we're gonna do Carolina in the Fall again.
Yes, it looks like Carolina Falls is going to happen again, and it's going to be on the, 23rd, 24th of
I
September.
believe so, of September.
You know, that's and it's a Friday Saturday deal, Friday evening to Saturday night.
Great.
And all that's going to happen is it looks like they're going to sell 300 VIP tickets in front of the stage, you know, in seats.
Okay.
But that's only about, you know, 15 yards, you know, it takes space, you know, not much.
Yeah, sure.
But there's room for 3,000 people, and it's going to be open to the public for everybody.
free.
Yes.
For free. So everybody can come, sit a little bit further away, but, you know, it really, and, you know, everybody is welcome to come. We're going to have food trucks, we're going to have all kinds of things. And so we're very, very excited, you know, that Carolina Fall will happen again. And also especially, you know, that we're going to have it also for families that wouldn't, you know, be able to afford, again, you know, going to a festival and you're just having a great time. And so we're very, very proud that
Town of Wilkesboro is
yes, and the Isom family, you know, put their work in again, you know, to do that in the town of Wilkesboro. I'm very excited about this. There's going to be a great lineup, I think.
So watch out for advertisers and stuff where you can get your VIP tickets and stuff.
I think Dale said they want to try to. I don't know. You know, Dale, I'm sorry if I'm maybe going ahead of my, you know, getting ahead of myself a little bit. But you know, Dale told me, you know, they're trying to start ticket sales on 1st of April.
Oh,
All right, yeah, perfect.
Already, you know, so we're gonna keep you posted. Why don't we do Watch the Clouds Roll?
No, I'm going to do Carolina in the Fall right now.
Well, then I gotta get the other banjo.
Yes.
Okay. Well, speaking of Carolina in the Fall.
Have haven't done that in a while.
I'll have to retune. It's already in. Yeah, I bought this banjo in tune, actually. I never bought the banjo.
You received the banjo.
You know, one day you will wake up and have super glued those tuning machines. All the places I have been to, all the things that I had seen, since I left my home to wander when I was just 15. Oh, I traveled and was easy, still sometimes the road got rough, and by the time that I turned 35, I thought I'd seen enough. But for me to settle down a while was not what God had planned. So one more time I left my home with my suitcase in my hand. And the journey took me far and wide, crossed the deep blue sea, and now I know since I've been there where I was meant to be. And I've seen sunsets on the ocean, I've seen the desert bloom, drove the endless highways beneath the prairie moon. Yet the picture in my mind I see, I think about it all, is the color of the leaves, Carolina, in the fall. Songs Doc could talk to me, and the things that he would sing about I never dreamed I'd see. The hills of Carolina, folks, I've opened up the door. For the first time in my life, I'm not a stranger anymore. And I've seen sunsets on the ocean, I've seen the desert bloom, drove the endless highways beneath the prairie moon. And the picture in my mind I see, I think about it all, is the color of the leaves, Carolina, in the fall. About it all is the color of the leaves, Carolina, in the fall. Ooh, I got a cow in my throat. Frog.
How's the internet? How's the interweb? Is everything going well? Sarah?
Oh, they are so excited that the band's back together.
The band is back together.
We're getting the band back together.
You know what's so amazing when we had all these. What we didn't expect was the community that came about when we
Out of all these
these things, because after because when we first started out, we were beating ourselves up about every little mistake that we did and everything, and then after a while we realized it's not really about how well we play as long as we play, right? I mean, it's not that we don't try to be as good as we always can be, but to have that community of people that always come back and talk to each other while the show is going on and saying hello is before the show. And then stay on
meeting afterwards.
Yeah.
And, meeting for the first time and developing.
Yeah, we talked about that before, but I still think it's one of the most amazing.
magical.
That I never expected that. It's just
It's like
something.
we're a pub.
Yeah, the Kruger pub.
Background,
Yeah.
Here's a really interesting, really cool story. So you're going to be playing in Boothbay Harbor,
Yes.
and I was talking to one of your fans, and so this community, this online community of people that are meeting through your live streams, they're all going to wear red scarves so that they can recognize each other at the concert. Isn't that great?
That's super, yeah.
So I think that maybe we talk about that at some of the concerts and give people the opportunity to meet each other in person.
Oh, that gives me a good idea for a merchandise article. I'm always using these Swiss handkerchiefs.
Yeah, your Swiss bandanas.
Yeah.
And we had people make pottery for us, and we had one of these. We have some of these cups. They are really exquisite. The people made us, and with our little logo.
But these are not from.
No,
those are
but
not
we
them,
couldn't.
but-
We couldn't. Ask people
Okay.
to make. For
massive
everybody
amount of
make these cups, so we can use them. It's too much work involved and everything. So we said, well, let's order some and have some order then. And Sarah found these cups here, and found some really cool colors, and we really love them.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
they're wonderful, yeah.
fantastic. They're just about right. Hey, do you want to? So if you like one of these, you can go to our web shop and you can get one.
It's to Joel's bass solo.
Oh.
You remember that? When we,
Yeah, I can try.
Why don't we do All Home Place first? Because I got my banjo.
Okay.
And then Joel has a bass solo.
Oh, good gracious, good night.
He's going to play the.
If we have time.
He's going to play the fourth cello sonata.
Yeah. The
From
fourth
Bach.
Sonata. A sonata.
Shostakovich.
So here's a.
Wait a second, I have to tune.
We played in Switzerland with Walter and Peter, and Peter is the bass player, and his wife, they have a band together, and his wife Arlette plays guitar, and they have a band called Misty Blue, and they also play some bluegrass tunes. And so at one point, they learned all songs of us, so we could play the concert. So Uwe said at one point, what kind of bluegrass tunes do you guys, play in your band? And they said, well, Old Home Place. I said, well, we happen to know that.
Hey.
Yeah, but the thing is that they do a reggae version. It's been 10 long years since I left my home.
Really? They didn't tell us that.
I thought it was that way, right?
Was that? No.
No? Okay, well.
Okay, anyway.
Let's
Thank you.
wait a second. Reverb. It's been 10 long years since I left my home in a holler where I was born, where the cool fall nights make wood smoke rise. Fox hunter blows his horn. Oh, I fell in love with a girl from the town. She promised that she would be true. I ran away to Charlottesville, worked in a sawmill or two. What have they done to the old home place? Why did they tear it down? And why did I leave a plow in the field and look for a job in the town?
okay. At least tried it.
I'm hitting the mute button.
Whoa.
Don't hit the mute button.
Don't hit the mute button instead of the reverb button. That would be bad.
So when we have our, we usually, when we have our discussions, what are we going to play for the show? Joel would always say, hey, how about Bonaparte's Retreat? I said, Joel, every week now, even if we played it, he's going to go, Bonaparte's Retreat. I want to hear Bonaparte's Retreat.
And on the way to the gigs.
Why don't we play Bonaparte's Retreat tonight?
He would, right?
Oh, I've heard it. In the back, he just says it over and over. It's so random.
It's like a mantra.
Bonaparte.
He's going to go, let's play Bonaparte's Retreat.
Well, but he can only do it when I do Blue Ridge Mountain. What was it? How can I keep from crying? That's a song I always want to play. And Jens always wants to play Foggy Mountain Breakdown.
No.
And Jody always wants to do dueling banjos.
Smoke on the water.
Yeah.
Inagata Davida.
Schmöck on the Wörter. That's the Swedish version.
Smoke on the Wörter.
Schmöck on the Wörter.
Smoke on the Wörter.
Okay, here we go.
Hey,
there's a fabulous bass solo in there.
Bonaparte.
That we've never played. I mean, not we. Joel has never played. Have you ever played it, Joel?
I've not played it solely, no. Solely as a solo, no. I have solely not soloed.
So this is a solar version of this.
I'm going to do the solar version of that. I've got my solar panel primed.
Sorry.
Almost,
yeah.
made one slip,
That was good.
one finger mix.
That was good. You want to do it again?
Just that part.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. That was good. Yeah.
Got it that time.
That was yeah.
Oh well.
Sarah can move that around.
Yeah, that's right. Let's just cut it and
Sarah
cut,
has
cut and paste.
Sarah has an auto-tune thing over there, and she also has this quantize tool, you know, for the.
It's actually we have a time warp tool too.
Yeah,
We actually
definitely
play
need it,
another one of these things. We play everything at halftime, and then it's electronically sped up. That's if you ever ask
Well, that's
yourself.
actually that was the very first time we ever played here in America. They actually think that was how we did it.
Yes,
Yeah, Orange Blossom Special.
Yeah.
The reverb zone.
Yep.
reverb song.
Well, the show is actually done. You know,
done?
we just have a few minutes. You know, just
Why don't we do the last part of that set there?
Why don't we do Jack of the Woods?
Yeah,
Jack
that's
of the Wood would
exactly
be
what I was referring to.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe you know one day maybe we're gonna play Jack of the Wood again. I would love to do that.
I've
They
had
still
a
have
great
concerts
time.
there.
Really do?
Yeah, they do.
We should go and do that. You played there with us.
Bobby Hicks.
Bobby Hicks came and you broke your
Broke my voodoo drum.
the udu.
Oh, yeah,
I
exactly.
remember how
First-
it do Phil. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not as good as the old one.
No,
Nothing's ever as good as the old
thank
one.
you, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for being our friends. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Jody, Joel. It's
Jens.
Uwe.
Yeah.
No, thank you. And
Everybody, all you folks.
150 shows. With the
Well, and then we have 36 cooking
37.
shows.
37, yeah. 37 cooking shows.
Yeah, well, that was the one you drank a lot of wine on that one, so you.
I was just, at the hotel, and Kathy, Kathy
McKenzie,
she's over there. She said, I watched the cooking show. And I said, we have other shows. I didn't know, she said. I mean, people,
We're the Kruger bro. Come on.
Really? All right. No, I love Kathy. She's unbelievable. She runs that tight ship over there, I'll tell you that much. Okay. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Broadcasting from Double Time Recording Studio in Wilkes County, North Carolina, thank you for watching and all your continued support. Please make sure and comment on how much you enjoyed the show and share it with your friends. Join us next time for another edition of The Musical World of the Kruger Brothers.